Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zest with me, Shel, the podcast that will take you on a journey from the hustle to the harmony, fueling your passion while finding your peace. Today, it is an absolute honor to welcome Amir Abdalla, a transformational leadership coach, visionary speaker, and paradigm shifter who is on a mission to awaken 1 million leaders to lead from their true, authentic selves. This is very important. He was born in Sudan, and his life is a living testament to the power of vision, persistence, and purpose. From dreaming of New York's towers as a young boy to finally walking through them years later, his journey is a reminder of that what we believe we can achieve. Really let that sit and think about that. It's so powerful. With a master's in chemistry and a powerful rise from a taxi driver to a national leader at the US FDA, he has lived the kind of success many could only dream of. But his true calling led him even deeper. Through his PhD in leadership psychology, he uncovered what truly holds leaders back. Not a lack of skill, but unhealed paradigms. Now he is helping others transform from within. This is really important so that they can lead with their heart, with integrity, with divine purpose. His belief: every leader carries a seed of greatness planted by God, and it's time to awaken it. His mission: to help people remember who they truly are and rise to lead the lives and communities we were all born to lead with impact. I am so excited for this. Let's dive in. Hello.
Hello. Wow. Thank you. It's beyond my word. Thank you very much, Shel. Thank you for this introduction, and it's amazing. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And before I say anything, I just want to, even if I say I'm honored, this understatement today to be here in this powerful podcast. And I mentioned it before to you. This is not a podcast. It's not information. It's transformational journey you are taking, and I'm very proud of that and inspired by you taking these steps, moving forward, trying to change lives. And 100% sure this will reach people's lives, will change people's lives, and I admire you for that, and I'm inspired by your journey. And again, thank you. And it's rare to find people like you here doing this with authenticity, with love, and with compassion. And I feel all that. I really thank you, and I'm very honored to be here today. And I hope my journey and my experience can inspire some people or get benefit from that. And my whole mission, I'm holding a big mission. And again, thank you for believing that mission, believe on me, and inviting me here. And I just mentioned this is not invitation, this is alignment. I've been dreaming about this, and now it's my calling. And you come here. We just connected maybe a week ago, and that's amazing. It's like I knew you for a long time.
Same. I don't feel like I never didn't know you. So beautiful.
It's beautiful. And also I want to say something. This is I rarely to see. Your podcast is authenticity in action, because there is no pre-question, there is no rehearsal, there is no meeting. This is the first time we met here.
Yes.
And that's authenticity in action. So we from heart to heart.
Oh wow. I'm speechless. Wow, thank you so much.
You deserve all that.
Thank you. Yeah. So as we can see, guys, just from that lovely word, which you can feel really from the heart, you can really feel how amazing he is. And I'm just going to put it out there now. He is going to exceed his vision, his mission, and anybody right now who is a part of that is blessed. Just putting it out there. So, my darling, with that in mind, I'm gonna just straight dive in because I understand the word now, but I'm going to like really pull it back and try to go back to a time where I had no idea what was even in front of my face sometimes. The word paradigm. I think there's probably people like, huh? Because I know for a fact I was like, paradigm? What on earth is paradigm? And I would really love your take on that. Just for people that are like maybe starting to check out already.
Thank you, thank you. That's powerful question and very important question to start with, because many people don't know or are not aware of a paradigm, but it's actually this is shapes our lives. Paradigm is control, literally control whole life, everything, the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we work with people, everything, relationship, work, everything is controlled by paradigm. And once I landed to this teaching from Bob Proctor, my whole life changed. And I found the puzzle I was looking for about leadership, and we talk about this here in a minute. But it's just to answer your question correctly, paradigm is a magnitude of habit that fix inside the subconscious mind.
Wow.
Those habits form from when we are like child. It formed from genetic, formed from environment, and it locked inside deeply inside our subconscious mind, and that's control whole life. And we don't know, we're going like with autopilot. We're like doing habitual. It's like controlling massive controls of our action.
Yeah.
So this is I hope that answered the paradigm.
Absolutely. I love the way you just said that because I can really relate to that just from my own experiences. And I just think lots of people, like, just to kind of really, really put it down, and please correct me if I'm not saying this correctly, but it's essentially, I feel, what I noticed when I started understanding it, that it's those patterns that literally keep coming up, and you're just like, why is this happening again? Why? And you're trying to go this way, and it keeps feeling like you're being pulled back that way. Would you say that that's a good way to describe it?
Well, 1000%, 1000% is again.
I was
like, no, you nailed it. This is it. We pull you, and you said it correctly, and that's one thing also we'll discuss here in a minute. Is related to self-image, and it's pull you back, but it's a paradigm. Yes.
Yes, yeah. And I really love that you used the word I don't know if you said magnetized or magnitude.
Magnitude of habit.
Magnitude, yeah. And that again, like when you hear that word, that shows that this is like something that is so big and emphasized, and again, for people that aren't as aware about the subconscious mind, just before we go into anything else that we're going to share, which you are going to really receive some incredible knowledge today, just putting it out there, be kind to yourself, because this is not a quick tick done. This is something, like, even as someone now who, I will be completely honest with you, I did not know I had very, very, now I know, quite bad mental health, and this has nothing to do with anybody around me. This was something that was generated in my mind, that I thought everybody's minds functioned like this. And I can honestly say, and this is a process, this is an ongoing thing, and there's things that I do, but I have transformed my mind, and and this is when I started learning about the subconscious mind, because as I was saying, I heard these motivational speakers. I read these books. I heard these incredible quotes. Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I just felt like there was just this pull constantly trying to keep me back. And now I'd love your take on this. I realize the subconscious mind now, instead of seeing it as this like not kind thing that's trying to stop you and blah 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 blah, I actually see it as a loving, very overprotective parent. And it's like, listen, darling, don't go that way because we don't know the outcome of that. Stay back here. Stay back here. This is safe. I know you don't really want to do this anymore, but you know that side, there's too much work. We don't know what's happening over there. And so I really, the moment I kind of started being a mother to myself and nurturing myself and being like, taking control and being like, no, I am going for that because I want that and I deserve that. But before that, it was like a battle. So I'd love your
You
take on
said beautifully.
that.
No, you said beautifully. Yes, it's a battle, and it's not easy. This work is not easy because it's deep, deep work,
Yes.
and it's not on the surface. And this is what most of us, caught in. We work on in the symptoms and the surface, and we don't go to the deep. And that's the there is no transformation will happen in the surface. If you want to
Yeah.
work deeply in the if you want to get real transformation, you have to go deeply. And like you just mentioned, it's not easy, but you need persistent, you need commitment, and it can be done.
Yeah. And that one thing that I really love now is unwavering faith, having that certainty in the unknown. If there is something that I can now confidently say, and I would love your take on this. I always used to think when I believe it, when I see it, I will believe it. Oh no. Believe it and you will see it. And with that in
So
mind, so yeah, carry on.
yeah, go ahead,
No, I was
please.
just gonna say, and with that in mind, even though you shared your beautiful bio with me, I didn't want to go too much into, I kind of said it very loosely, the story. I would love you to share your story, particularly about your photo, because I think that ties very nicely into that.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you for this, because this is take me back to a moment that's deeply in my heart, and it's connected, to my mission and the vision I have right now
Mm,
deeply. But this is why I started, and it's I think to me it's important who I am right now, who I become, than what I'm saying,
yes,
because
yes.
that's shaped my whole life. So I started back when I was young, seventh grade, eighth grade,
Wow.
um, in Sudan. I was in a small room, right? And I just see just inside me, I need to do something. I need to do something bigger.
Wow.
Since I was young, I don't know what it is, but something. And so I didn't have anything to do. The only thing I have is just my books, study.
Mm,
So I studied, day and night just to change my
wow.
life. So and I have a vision. Okay, I'm gonna do something bigger. Well, but I don't know what was. So uh, for for some reason, or for a good reason, there was like a photo of New York City, and towers in front of me. Just landed in front of my desk while I was studying. And every night I was looking at that, picture, and I saw myself in New York City someday. But I didn't know anything. I didn't have money. I was just, little kid, the student. I don't know where to go to US and how, in it's far away, all that. But I hold this vision. I hold it deeply. I said one day, I'm going to do something. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
And guess what? In 1995, I was there in New York City,
Wow.
walking around those towers, and that's unbelievable. And
Wow.
that I want to bring back this to a quote I learned from Bob Proctor. Said, if you hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. If you
Yes.
hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. And I live that. I live that. I hold it in my head and I had it in my hand. And
Mm,
my journey continue on this code. And I didn't know back then about Bob Proctor, about code, about this, about nothing.
yeah.
I just gone by this vision.
That's amazing. And would you say that relates to like the kind of more the modern day thing of vision boards? Would you say that relates well to that?
Yeah, 100%. It's like a vision board, but unconsciously I was doing that.
But that's
You
what I
know,
mean. Like, this is how clever our mind is. Or
exactly.
even not even our mind, just it just shows the I like to call them, well, breadcrumbs or little gems. Even at the young age of 7, you were being prepared. Like, wow, that's
Yeah, wow.
incredible.
Yeah, when I reflect back, it's amazing.
Yeah,
When I see myself now, it's this journey is incredible to me when I see that, and just to inspire young leaders and people here. This, if you have any vision, just hold it
yeah,
in your head,
yeah.
and just believe on it. And
Mm,
whoever will believe that it will happen.
yeah. And another thing that you said, which I think is really, really important, so I would love you to just expand a little more on this, is when you were saying about the picture, and even though you were unconscious of the implication it was going to have on your life, you said that there was like, oh, I didn't know how, I didn't know it's far away, it's going to cost too much. And I think this is something really important to talk about, the mind.
100%.
Yeah, if you could
100%.
just
Yeah, you think about what you want to do, really what you want, and
yeah.
the how comes, because if we think about the how, that maybe move some of these opportunities, but the how will come. The main thing is just to hold your vision,
Mm,
and to hold your dream and believe on it, and believe is big things. If you believe on
yeah,
it, it will happen.
absolutely. And I'm just actually thinking back to times where I'll be honest with you, I had no idea what I was doing, what I wanted to achieve or anything. One
Mhm.
thing that this is just what I've like just taken from your story, and like I would love to know your perspective on it, but even if, you know what, you're not actually sure, just have around you empowering images that make you feel good. You don't need to be like, oh, okay, that sports car is going to be mine or this. Of course, think big, think bold, but actually just surrounding yourself with things that make you feel good, I've noticed, particularly in my house, is so powerful. And then, like what you say, even if I'm not I'm more conscious and aware of what I'm doing now, but I wasn't. But how many times have we said like, oh, I'm gonna buy this car or something, and then you keep seeing that car? So this shows how powerful our mind is. So I feel like, and everybody's different, and I feel like I don't subscribe to this like 10 ways to do this, step one, step two. We're all different, but I do also believe that there is an element of like surrounding your environment as much as possible subliminally, speaking, writing, but as much as possible, really, when you're on that journey, infusing your surroundings as much as possible, especially before bed and when you're waking up, your particularly your environment that you're sleeping in, those 15 minutes or whatever it is, before you go to sleep. I think to have that vision and really hold it clear, or have something that just when you look at it, even if it's a landscape of New York, or a beach or something, just looking at that before you go to bed, that's going to be in your mind, running through your mind. What do you think about that?
Wow, yeah, wow. This is beautiful. You said it, very accurately. You just have to just consciously think about what you want, what you vision. You don't have, because now is sometimes it become difficult with all distraction we have right now,
Yes.
nowadays. But you need to hold on this in front of your mind. Just keep your vision in front of you, and like you said,
Yeah.
environment, just make the environment, remind you. You have your vision board, you have something remind you about this is your vision. And the main thing is the focus, in this kind
Mm.
of what we have right now is just all distraction.
Yes.
But if we have a vision, we can focus on it. You can do many things just to make it, this is reality. You can see it. You can do visual things like a vision board. You
Mm.
can do something in your phone. You can just, Bob Proctor told us, we make like a goal card. So you make a goal card and you write it and you keep it in your pocket day
Yeah.
and night,
Wow.
everywhere you take it. So this is kind of a reminder every time and this is a connection between you and your goal. And
Mm.
once you do that, you focus 100% in your goal. And
That's
Air
beautiful.
Nightingale, just what you said about the cars, if you think about something, you see it everywhere. And that's your mind, take you there because this is what you think. And Aaron Nightingale, if he said, we become what we think about. So anything you
Mm.
think about, this is what become.
Yeah.
So like you said, if you see a car, like a red car, you want a red car, then from somewhere you see many red cars,
Yeah.
or you
Yeah.
want something, you want to buy a house, then everywhere you just see, this is nice houses before you don't see them. This is a
Absolutely.
powerful of the mind.
And just as you were saying that, something really funny popped into my mind that someone showed once, and I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it's one of
Yeah.
those videos, and they basically set the intention and they say, right, follow the yellow. So say there's all these red and yellow balls. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
And they say, follow the yellow ball. Just keep watching it. Make sure you don't lose sight of the yellow ball. And then at the end, they say, did you see the monkey? And everyone's like, huh? Because you're so focused, but this is actually
This is the
really
power of the mind.
amazing because if you
Yes.
are really clear and you are so focused on your desire or what you're calling in, and you really, regardless of the external reality, like, come on, a monkey is running, someone dressed as a monkey, like, what? When you
That's
watch
it.
it back and you don't see it because you are laser focused.
Yes,
That
exactly.
really shows, doesn't it? That shows how powerful our mind is.
It is. Yeah, the
Uh,
mind is powerful, but there's if we are aware of what we're doing, it's powerful, very powerful.
yeah. But I think also, because I like to show both sides, I don't like there ever being like one answer. I think it's really important to show all perspectives. I also
Right.
think on the other side of it, if you know you're going for this and you only want this, you're going to receive just this. But if you open your mind and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm heading for this. I'm going to take the steps for this, but I'm open to how it comes to me. That
Yes.
is the true magic. So
It
again,
is.
be
It is.
laser focused, but not laser focused in the sense of this exact amount in this exact way on this exact day. I think this is okay. I get, it's super sharp focus, but guys, also let's have a bit of fun. Let's have fun while we're doing it. Let's turn it into a
100%.
game. So. Um,
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
so with that in mind, because even before, I don't know what it was, it's just clearly just it's definitely something way beyond what we can even talk about. But it's like even before we even connected and we had the most incredible like conversations, just written by the way. So this is such a pleasure now to be speaking to you in person.
Me
Um,
too. Thank you very much.
you are so welcome. I lost my train of thought then. What was I gonna say? Sorry, I literally just got
So
out my mind. Um, oh, sorry, that's it. So yeah, I
that's all
remember.
right. Yeah.
No, it's all good. So yeah, so even before this, I don't know why, and I just saw your mission, your vision, okay? Um, and there was just something that was in me like, yes, yes. So with that in mind, I really want you to say now of these people that might not even associate themselves as leaders, because often we don't actually know what's about to head into our lives.
Right.
But with that in mind and how everything has beautifully unfolded in your life, what steps, okay, and make sure you include yourself in this, by the way, what
Sure.
steps could people take today to start heading onto that path, and for you to really support you and your vision. And bearing in mind, when I'm saying support you, I'm actually, what we need to remember here is we're not actually just doing this for someone else. We are all receiving in giving. So even in this today, in me giving my time and you giving your time, nobody is not receiving here. We are both receiving. So this is what
100%.
people really need to remember. Nothing belongs to us. Nothing. And one thing that I learned is I always felt like I had to do everything myself, and it was so exhausting. But then, the moment I realized I know someone that can help me with that, I know this amazing person, all of a sudden, everything clicked, everything amplified, everything propelled full steam ahead. Because in us lifting another up, helping another and supporting their vision, you have no idea what is going to happen in your life and what's going to come to your life for that. So sorry, I
100%.
went a bit off tangent then, but I just felt like I had to say that. So with that in mind, how can we support your vision and be a part of this incredible movement that you are going to be absolutely creating?
Thank you very much. This is means a lot to me, supporting this mission, and this is mission, like you just mentioned, it's not just me, it's not you, it's everybody listening, and everybody just listen to this message, because we all together want to make this world better. We all
Yeah,
together want to make people live the life they deserve,
yeah,
the life that their birthright. This, to me,
yes,
this is their birthright. Everybody has a birthright in this world. They need to receive, and all together, you from your end there, from with this transformational, beautiful, powerful podcast, and many people, we need to pull together and work in
mm,
one mission to make this life better. This is from my heart. This is how I see it. That's why we need to help each other. It's not like just me. It's my mission. I'm going to, or your mission
yeah,
of bringing people and to true self and authenticity. We all in the same vessel, I would say. So
yeah.
if anybody hear this, I hope they take it from heart. They spread it. They can just think about it. If one word we say here it just land in somebody's heart, we are winning. So
Yes,
this is what I
yes,
want.
yeah. And I think just to add to that, more than that, I think we also really need to be thinking about more than just someone's mission and words, actually the feeling someone gives us. Because if you are watching this now, and I can say this confidently, anybody watching right now, I tell you now, if I'm gonna have someone that's going to be giving me advice, leading the way forward and supporting me, I would want this man with this kind heart. Because one, yes, and don't mistake kindness for weakness. We're not talking about that.
Yes,
He
100%.
will push you. As you heard, he had been trained, not trained, but he has been in circles with
Yes.
legendary people. And with that in mind, is there something that really stuck out to you when you were having those incredible sessions?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to, we didn't go that deeply on what we started with about
Sorry,
the
I
paradigm.
do this. I get like so excited about things.
Because that's my discovery and in the leadership and the puzzle I was looking for and I found it. That's why I am passionate and want to share this with leaders.
Yeah.
That's they can benefit from it. And this journey, I took recently, but I want to connect again this to where I was before,
Mm,
to where I'm at now. I want to connect it to this mission.
beautiful.
Um, if you allow me,
Yes, please.
I'll
Yes,
continue.
please.
I'll continue to my story. Then I'll pull this back with the paradigm and how that shift and how I found the puzzle that can make the transformation.
Amazing, amazing. Get listening, everyone.
So again, moving forward on the if you hold it in your hand, if you hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. I moved to New York City, and I found myself, walking the same streets, the same towers.
Mm.
Uh, it was on the picture, and when I reflect back, it's exactly the same. So I faced a new challenge, as was early 20 when I reached New York. Many challenges in front of me. Language, it's not fully barrier, but I was learning English and everything, but I didn't have like this conversational thing. So I went to school there. My uncle was there. He helped me a lot to navigate the system, but I found my way there in study. And then I work, just, and my vision is in front of me. I'm here for something bigger, but I didn't know what it was. So I work like in factories, and then I moved to North Carolina. I work in a taxi driver, just to navigate, to just support myself and support my family back home, and still have the vision of my family always since I landed to US. I support them 100%,
Yeah.
emotionally and and financially. So that was a burden, and I took it. I took the responsibility in a young age. After that, I said, okay, I need to do something bigger than that. So I need to go to school. So I applied for the college to do master degree. When I moved from Sudan, I had a bachelor degree in chemistry, but not fully completed because it's just right by like senior year I moved. So I applied to the college, and I got rejected. Yeah, because they told me my degree not fully to the requirement. So one day I just was very difficult for me to understand, but I said no, I'll apply again. So I did apply again. And
Yes.
when I applied again, the committee saw my application. Then they invited me to sit with them, see. So the head of the department told me, no, we cannot accept you, but we have one option for you. We're gonna give you two senior classes. If you get A's in both of them, you are in. Even if you get B
Wow.
in one, you're out.
Oh my
So
gosh.
so it
Ooh.
was it was it was really like test for my vision.
Okay, thank you.
So I took the challenge and I said I'll do it. So I study day and night. Not day and night. Actually, I studied and work. I was working in the taxi during the weekend,
Wow.
in at night, and go to school in the morning. And guess what? After the class finished, I get both A's with the high mark. So it was incredible.
Amazing.
Again, this is if you hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. I got admitted to the master program in 1 year. I was very focused on the studying, and the head of the department saw me like doing very passionate about the study and all that. So she gave me full scholarship, and that
Wow.
was just opened the door for me with just
Oh, I
amazing.
can already like just feel
So,
that. Wow, like even though, and this is really important about memories, but you're speaking about such an incredible memory, and like I can just like just from your storytelling, which is not a story, it's your life, I can really, yeah, thank you for sharing
thank
that.
you.
Carry on. It's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. But it's deep in my heart, and that's why emotionally I'm telling this. I feel a lot of emotion here right now, but
Yeah,
I'm
me
trying to
too.
hold. but but I got admitted in to I for the scholarship that helped me a lot. So I stopped working. I focused fully in studying, and before I finish this next step, and also again same quote. I didn't know if you hold it in your hand, you hold it in your hand.
Yeah.
Uh, I talked to my mentor. She was very nice person. She told me, what I need to do after graduation. And again, I see something bigger. I don't know what it was, but I said with myself, I said, I need to do something bigger. I don't want to just go and work, just normal work, not respectfully, just I want to just make a ripple effect. This is just
Yeah.
my point.
Yes.
I was looking for like, okay, organization, company that had ripple effect. And I found what I was looking for, which was Food and Drug Administration, US Food and Drug Administration, because I look at their mission is touch everybody's life. And that's touched
Wow.
me deeply because every food, people eat or medicine they take, that's, if they're ensure the
Yeah.
quality and the efficacy about it. So, and also I'm thinking about everybody. I'm thinking about my family. I was thinking about, people I know, people who need like this medicine, depends on medicine, elder people, younger
Wow.
people. This is the mission. I thought I need to be part of this mission. I didn't know how to get to FDA. I was like in the senior college, excuse me. And then I didn't know how I'm going to get there. Uh, but I hold this vision. And after I graduate like maybe 3 months, I started just applying only for Food and Drug Administration, nothing else. And
Wow.
3 months after I graduated, I got a email from the director in Kansas City for interview from FDA.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's amazing. So I went to the interview, was online, and I didn't know what happened, but just it aligned. The whole thing is aligned. They just told me just come. I was fresh, just graduated, just told me to come, and you're welcome to our teams. So I went there, and again I hold it because I hold it in my head all the time. I want to work for this, organization. And my mentor told me she she shared this story with student afterwards, and that's just
Wow.
give me like heart felt because she said this boy here or this student had this vision, and now he's working the same
Oh
place
my gosh.
he was so
Wow.
this is incredible. I got to FDA. You want me to continue, or you want
Yes,
to just
yes, please, please. No, this is your time, please. This is so
because I
transformational.
want to connect this at the end to the mission I have,
No,
this
I
journey.
know, I know. I'm connecting all the dots. Don't worry. Keep going.
So, for beautiful listeners, this is deep into my heart. That's why I'm saying it here with all compassion and
Yeah.
love. But in FDA, it was a new chapter for me. We work hardly to make sure the food and drug are safe in US and around the world. So it was a great mission, and I feel it, and I live it. So in there, we just working, and I was not in leadership or anything. And then after a while, my supervisor, Neil Adams, saw me like he saw like I have a leadership like quality, and that's his leadership comes in. If you see a potential of somebody, then you need to bring it to surface.
Beautiful.
He was true leader. So he asked me, you have some leadership, and then I reflect back to my life, and I see that this is something I had, from beginning. People come to me to ask me question, my family, until now, my brothers and sister ask me for something. They come back for guidance.
Yeah.
People ask me for guidance. I like this is just something I love to do, and it's inside me, but it was not covered. It was uncovered, and then that person he saw that, and he told me, now I will give you opportunity to become like acting for me when I'm out for vacation.
Wow.
So I
Amazing.
start acting, and I love that. I just enjoyed it. It's just like something, I do it from my heart. Um, then I said, okay, now my next move is to be in a leadership,
Yeah.
and I start seeing myself there. I start, even I used to like wear like just a shirt and jeans and stuff like that. Once this shift, the whole thing, I start even like wearing like suit
This
things
is,
even before.
yes. Just to add to that a little bit, this is really important, by the way. I actually had another episode. It's not been released yet, but a lady talking about the power of clothes, and I just really love that you touched on that. So I'm not going to go into any more about that, but I truly believe everything is all the feeling. If you put something on and you're uncomfortable and then no. But you
No,
like
the
what you
feeling.
said, it's not the suit, it's how you felt when you put
Exactly.
the suit on. And that is felt in a room, and she talks about that. So thank you so much for
100%.
bringing that up.
Yeah, 100%. To me now I understand all this by my learning and all this, but before I was doing like unconsciously. I didn't
I
know.
feel like we're so similar in that way. I always feel like I'm almost like do 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 do, and then I'm like, huh? And then the answer comes, and I'm like, ah. But it's like I literally get thrown in the deep end, and then I kind of like swim backwards and go, oh, I see now.
I see now. I see now. Yes, exactly. This is what I every day I say, okay, I see now. That why this happened.
But wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
amazing.
So I, a few months later, I got, opportunity to become a leader there, a supervisor. So
Wow.
I took the point and I became a supervisor. Again, it's I hold it in my head. Like I said, I live in it before, even before. And this is a part of, you live, where you want, where you dream about. You have to live from there. And
Yes.
I listened to Mary Mercer. She was saying like you have to come from the dream, not chasing the
Mm,
dream. You
mm,
come from the dream. You live the dream
mm.
before it comes. So this is how you manifest it.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing. And I would love your take on this. So, at any point when you had these visions or these dreams, because I feel a lot about your mindset, by the way. Did you ever doubt that you could not achieve them?
never. No, I had no
So
doubt.
this is
That's the
why I
key.
really wanted to emphasize this, because I agree about the if you can hold it in your head and you can hold it in your hand or your heart, sorry, I don't want to butcher. If you can
Yeah,
hold it in your head, you can hold it in your
you hold
hand.
it in your hand. Exactly.
I also really want to, which I picked up, to just, and it's not being delusional, it's not suppressing, it's not pretending, just believe. Believe. Really believe, regardless of what is happening around you. Believe and just know that that was placed in your heart, because what's in your heart, what's in someone else's heart, we don't have the same desires, we don't have the same goals, we don't have, like, even you saying at a young age you don't know what it was, but you just felt it. And I also really love that you said about, and it's not disrespectful to anyone else, but when you were in these roles you just said, I feel something bigger, I don't know what it is. And I can relate 100% to you, because I was a teacher for many years, okay? I'm impacting the younger generation, and every time, I really really felt purpose, but there was something in me that was just like, I feel like, and it's no disrespect, but there's something more I can be doing. And it was like a knocking. It was like I
Wow.
didn't know what it was, but there was just something. And there was just something for me about, I don't know,
Mm.
I just was striving for something more. And it's not saying, and there was parts of me that used to be like, why can't I just be like the same as everyone else and just get through the week and just live for the weekend or whatever it was, okay? And there was just something where I didn't count down the days. I didn't do this. I wasn't unhappy. I really loved what I was doing, but
Wow.
there was
Beautiful.
something that just wasn't quite pushing me enough So it's not saying this job or anything like that. We're not saying
Yes.
that. There's just something placed in each individual person. Someone else could do the same thing every year,
Yeah.
have the same house,
Yeah.
same relationships, and they could
Hmm.
just feel like so in alignment. But there's something maybe about you and about me, and we're still unfolding it, still uncovering it. Obviously, you have definitely made a big choice of what you're focusing on now, which is
Thank you.
incredible. But it's just something we have placed inside us that we can't always describe. It's just like I see it like a knocking. It's just like, hello. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what that is. And then
Mhm.
that's the beauty of discovering it,
100%.
unfolding it.
Unfolded.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, yeah. You said it beautifully. Just the belief is huge.
Yes.
But the unwavering belief without mixing with any doubt.
Mm.
Sometimes this is not easy, but with practice, with
Nope.
persistence, it can be done.
But,
And
but
with
if
repetition.
Yes,
Yes.
and but what the beautiful thing is about this now is you have someone in front of you who is telling you. So there's also, there's watching people and feeling like they're so far out of reach, okay? Someone is sitting here now telling you, okay, you've heard his story, you've heard everything. Even at those times where he's driving that taxi, he's been told, like he's not even been told, okay, get get 60%. He was told you get the best, otherwise you're not coming in. And he still kept going with unwavering faith. And okay, yeah, maybe he might not have got that. But I know from your mindset and your attitude that would have, we can go back and, you know, have lick our wounds a little bit. But I also know
Yeah.
your mindset and you'd be like, okay, I still have this vision because I had a similar thing with my uni, by the way. Sorry not to go off but
Mm.
I got told I was like, right, I'm going to be a teacher, boom. And I basically, this is exactly how they told me, and it really made me think about this. And you told your story, not
Sure.
quite the same, but they said, imagine it's like there's a full steam train to the destination, and then there's one that's kind of it has a couple of stops on the way. That's your route. And at the time, as a 19-year-old, I was like, felt so wounded.
Wow.
And I was like, I want the full steam train. And I just remember being like, why do I have to get up at all the destinations? But you know what? It was the best thing. Because another lady in another episode said, we don't always need to skip the process. Because in the
100%.
process, in the unfolding, heading to the destination, which by the way is never a destination, is always pushing back further.
Exactly.
That's where the true beauty is. So please listen to his story, listen to his techniques, and just know it is doable. You can do it.
You can do it.
Believe,
You can do it.
believe.
Anyone can do it. Believe,
Yes.
unwavering believe. And I just want to touch with just one thing you said here, the process. You trust the process because we need to think about who we're going to become, not the destination,
Yeah.
because you become through the process.
Yeah.
Now I just share how I come from far away, from distance and from mindset to where I'm right now
Yeah.
here. So I look back, it's a process. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
so this is important. We have to go through it. So continuing this back, I started leading. I start loving. This is my calling now. Now, leadership. This is my calling. So
Mm.
I came to a team that, like, they have, like, I don't want to say dysfunction in a negative way, but they're not compatible. They didn't work together well. So
But
that was a challenge for me.
just to pause there. Isn't that what a leader needs to come in and do? If everything was all perfect, where's the leading? Just to carry on. Anyway.
Thank you for saying that. So I took the challenge, and I didn't have any, like, training per se, how to lead at that moment. I was just new supervisor, like maybe 10 or 15, about 15, work for me. And I just like how I'm gonna lead, but I lead from my heart. I lead
Mm.
from authenticity. I lead from compassion. I lead from, and this now I know, like you just say, I see now this is authentic leadership. And when I studied what I was doing, authentic leadership. That's why I fall in love in it
Yeah, well,
because I lived it. So
absolutely. And when you just said, I never had any experience, I'm like, I would disagree. I feel like you had a lot leading up to that point, but carry on.
yeah, yeah, and you remind me 100%. You're right. We'll come to back to this training because I have beautiful thing I want to say about the training and this. What we have is not matching what we do, but this we're gonna talk about it in a minute.
Because
But
that's the external reality of what a
exactly,
leader, is supposed to look like. But what I love, I don't want to keep interrupting, but I just love the things that you provided in your bio, which I purposely left on purpose. But is the authentic leadership is inner leadership. So this all literally ties in. Please continue.
yes, yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So so I led from compassion, and in a few months, that team transformed 100%. Until
Mm,
today, this is about over 10 years now. I have a
wow.
connection with every one of them. We've been in touch, connect. They call them, their family. We
Wow.
become one family. And that's, to me, this is true leadership.
Yeah.
Not just because I was doing it, but now I'm studying and I just reflect on that. And I think it's a good model, even though, they told me to just model this in another, section, other department. The model I made there with the team, but I didn't do anything. I would just be myself, and that's again true self. I was
Mm,
just acting from within, from
yeah.
inside out. I didn't, like I just mentioned, I didn't have a training, but I was working from inside out. I become who I am, how I'm going to treat people, how I'm going to, show up,
Yes. Yes.
in how I, care about people, care about the team, about their life, and that's the connection here.
But I feel like literally everything you're just saying, which is like is so important, and I feel like not always, but there's a lot of this like leverage and um pushing through force and taking and what I come to realize, which I feel like you've just said, is when someone feels respected, someone feels seen, someone feels heard, someone feels valued, they don't realize you will get, and this is not again a manipulation tactic. This is from the heart, authentic, and because they felt that and you infused that into what you were doing, people wanted to be around you. People wanted to lead by your example. And that's something that I think often we're missing. We feel like, right, cut the pay, cut the hours, you can work the weekend. You now, okay, you something happened in your life, well, I'm gonna take your money. And I get these external pressures, but I think, can we just stop a second? These are people. These are real people that are investing their time, their energy in order to support generally something from the pyramid effect above, that is essentially something that is going to grow and expand your business. If they are not happy, you need to be questioning why things aren't happening in your business, because at the end of the day, every single thing has a key component. And so I 100% respect, and I love everything you're saying, and it's so important, so important.
Yeah, Shel Marie, what you just mentioned is this is like a leadership lesson. Is authentic leadership we just mentioned here. I really love
Beautiful.
what you just said, and hope people open their hearts, open their mind. What you just mentioned, this little thing, we need to go back to where we at. You be true self, and this is how you lead, and everything will come naturally. And
Yeah.
like I said, I live that, and I testify for that. And anybody from my team now, if they listen to this, they can testify for that.
Of course.
Um, so what happened? Um, I just want to go and say something. Maybe people like me say this is crazy, but what I did. Okay, I see now a lot of people like doing this performance evaluation and things, and and
Oh,
then
yes.
people like get upset. Some people cry. Some
Oh,
people like have this. What I did, and this is my philosophy. Everybody capable of doing. There is nobody has a limitation. If there is any limitation, it's the leader fault.
yes.
It's my fault,
Yes.
not the person. So what I did, I didn't give anybody anything short. I mean low praise. I mean
Mm.
low
Yes.
performance evaluation.
Yes.
And maybe some people disagree with that. They'll say, no, this person has to be in this level. But no, everybody deserves that. Once you raise them to that level, they raise with you to that level. You
Oh,
know.
thank you so. Do you know there's so much in what you're saying, and I I saw this, and I promise you I am not speaking disrespectful of any organizations I have been in, but just think. Just let's pull back and think for a second. If you have gone in and you have put essentially someone into a box, okay, and not a very nice box, and then you are expecting that mindset, that passion, that excitement to all of a sudden abracadabra come out of them, and then all of a sudden be like, do you know what? I got ungraded. So everything I've worked for in my life now, I'm now being told that I'm absolutely okay. Oh, but you know what? This has given me fuel and fire to come in and now be even better. Just let's strip this back a little bit. We're not again saying that, someone's not really showing up in the version that they should be. It's a business still.
Mhm.
But
100%.
just think how we're handling this. This is a person. Also, have you taken time to actually look into maybe something might be happening in that person's life? And it's not
Yes.
sympathy, it's empathy. And it's like, I just feel like someone that's maybe had a harsh assessment, do they really need now someone to be breathing down their neck 24 hours a day and giving them more assessments? Or do they maybe just need a space to integrate all that they've just been told and be so like, okay, do you know what? I know you because I've seen you as an individual before. I believe in you. And we have these days.
100%.
And I'm going to come back in a month and I'm going to see how you've taken the actions I've given you and implemented them because I know you can. That is a very different conversation to I'm going to monitor you now and your pay is going to be docked and this and this. This
That's
is
it.
like
That's it.
manipulation. It's not
Yeah.
nice.
It's
Sorry.
not. That's
And I
okay.
just see
That's
people
right.
crying in their classrooms and I'm like, please
I
stop this. This is not nice.
I
Anyway.
see it firsthand. I see it, and I tell people, no, they don't take it that route. But again, back to the leadership. There is many philosophy, but true leadership is just to be yourself. This is my personal
Yeah.
opinion, my humble opinion here. Is just to come back to yourself, lead from you, from your heart, not from the training, not from the strategy, not from anything else.
Yes.
If you do that, that's what's alignment. And once I did that, back to the story, we raised too high. We
Of
become like a
course. Of
standard. The
course.
team, we become a standard of many other fields in FDA, and we
Wow.
received several awards. And I went to Washington D.C. and received those awards, and it was
Wow.
just beautiful thing to witness. I came back with the award, and I told my team, "This is you, this is you, this is
Yeah.
you. What you have done, and it's just incredible moments that I did."
Yes, and even more so now. See, look, there was just a feeling, and unconsciously, I just knew, and that's because I knew there was more to it than just this mission. And as you can probably tell, where I went a little passionate about things that I've witnessed myself, and this is why I am 100% going to support you, believe in you, do as much as I
Thank you.
can, because
Thank you very much.
this is so important, not only, as we just said, from human to human, this is mental health. This is
Mhm.
this is people being respected, feeling valued, okay? And and
100%.
and you just spoke volumes in what you received from that. Not just you received. Because as you
Yes.
said, it
It
isn't
was not
about
me.
one person.
No.
And this is so important. And I can tell now, I don't even have to ask you this, but I know now that all those people, well, obviously there are days, but I guarantee they valued their work. They were proud to be a part of your
100%.
organization. And
100%.
it's just, it feeds down. And I know you say it's inner, but there's inner and there's values. There's respect. There's humility. And this is amazing. This is amazing. I wish I
Yeah,
could do the
it
mic
was.
drop.
No, it was amazing. It's a lot of mixed feeling when I remember all this, but this is again is it authenticity comes out here.
Yeah.
Leading from inside out. Don't let distraction outside, take you.
Yes.
And I'm gonna connect this to paradigm just a
Yes.
minute.
Yes. Yes,
We
please.
come back to the paradigm when we start with it, but we'll end up with the paradigm.
Yeah.
Uh, so that was a nice chapter in my life, and I really, proud of that and proud of my team till now, you know. And it just you mentioned something. It just reminded me by somebody told me one day. It's recently, like why I'm not hard enough on my team, why I'm not like use my power or control the team. And I told the person, this is not me. This is I
Mm.
cannot do that. I can just push them to do whatever need to be done, but this is not my value. But I tell you what, I tell that person, I tell you what I do is working, and I keep doing it.
Yes.
What I
Yes.
did, if I respect them, and if I just wait for them to do what they want to do, they rise to the moment, and they work hard because they don't want to disappoint me. That's
Yes.
a shift here.
Yes. And just to add a little tiny bit to that, because that's so beautiful what you said, and it's just because I don't want people to miss these little beautiful gems. It all goes back to what you said. Let's think of the term leader, okay? Focus, external noises, things that people are telling you to do. Often, the most transformational leaders, they're leading the way through their examples. They don't know if that route is going to be the best route, but they are bold, they are courageous, and they believe in the vision that they have and the unfolding of it. And that's what I hear from you. And it's not saying that that
Thank
person
you.
in your ear, but people can only tell you to the capacity they know.
Right,
And
exactly.
that's what they believe will work. And it's like
Mhm.
in their reality, in their life, that probably what does work for them, and they achieve the results they are supposed to achieve from that. But you felt something else and you honored that. And that is
100%.
why you reap the rewards. So I just really wanted to just
Thank
thank
you very much. But just want to just add to this beautifully. You said, uh, uh, the result may be the same, we get
you.
the job done, but what's about the effect? How about the other people on the other side? How
Yeah.
they feel? You get the result, but how about people?
Yes.
Uh, you
And
know,
how do you feel
and
as
that's
well?
exactly how you feel about it
Oh,
when
great.
you
I got the
don't.
result. But how do you feel as well?
Exactly. So this is when we lead from inside out.
Yeah.
this beautiful way of leading. So yeah, come just to make the story short, I was great chapter, and then I now I start following this leadership, and again the quote come again, like, if you hold it in your head, you hold it in your hand.
I hear
This
you. It's like,
vision.
oh, I've worked it out again. Here we go again.
So here you go again. This. I want to connect it now to the mission. This is the
Yeah.
mission. You asked me at the beginning.
Yeah.
1 million leader, transform 1 million leaders. This is the mission I have in my head right now, and I
Yes.
believe 100%. I'm going to hold it in my hand with all of you, with you, Shel Marie, with all your passion about this,
Yes.
with all incredible work you are doing, with everybody listening. We will do that. We'll do that
Yes. We
together
will.
because
We
you just heard
will.
me. So this is kind of I want to connect it to that, and people ask me like, how are you going to reach 1 million? That's crazy. How are you going to reach 1 million leaders? But I told them the thing is not about the number; it's about the message.
Yeah.
Uh, it's not the number. Like, for example, now, Shell, I know this podcast is powerful, and I know for sure we're going to reach millions of people. No doubt about that. So, for example, if millions people watch this podcast now, so if half of a million just landed one word, like you said, we said here on them, and transform them in a way,
Yeah.
this is the ripple effect here. So
Yeah.
each leader that can just, that can move to another leaders, even like lead as the parents, or lead as,
Of course.
the
Of course.
everywhere. That's just the ripple effect I was looking for. I was, dreaming about. It's not about the
Yes.
numbers.
And I really love that you said that because I also want to just add to that. What did I say to you when did I say that to you? Bearing in mind, like, did I see that as a big thing? Like, it is, but I was
Yes,
like, yeah, let's do this.
exactly.
So I think,
Exactly.
and another person again, I'm so thankful for all these beautiful conversations. She said, and it's not someone pulling you down, but we can see, when we take things, when we're really focused and sharp, you can see as some people, kind of pulling us down. But she said, but remember, there'll be two pulling you back up. So it's
100%.
really, and it's also important just to, not take those people as like negative Nancy's or something. We live in a world of polarity. So we want to
Yes.
have both. That shows the strength of our mindset. Because if we're just going to have people constantly like, yeah, brilliant, do this, and everything's, whereas actually we need those people because it shows, because everything goes back to us. It doesn't matter
Yes,
what someone else
100%.
says. Because even if they say something, if you're then like, oh, doubting it, this is about you. This is not about them.
Yeah,
So
100%.
sorry, I just felt like I
No,
wanted to
no,
answer
no. Thank you.
that.
Thank you for saying that. That's beautiful. I agree with you 100% with just mentioned here. Uh,
Amazing. But I
that's
also heard the leader, not as leader. I heard leader. We are all leaders in our own way. So thank you
100%.
for that. Yeah.
In your own way, yeah. In your home, everywhere you lead,
Yes, yes.
in your work. So that's the ripple effect I was talking about as a million leaders. Now I just want to connect this to the chapter I'm living in right now, which is trying to make this transformation, trying to reach as much as leaders. I come across that I can share what I learned with
Yes.
them, because at the beginning we said or my vision, your vision, and everybody's vision, to make people live the life they deserve, live the
Mm,
life their birthright. This is their birthright. Nobody can take it from them. But because of something happening in our world, something happening in now, that people like suffering, people suffering from
yeah.
different things. but their birthright to live a decent life. This is how I believe. This is why I
Yes.
believe, everybody in this earth deserve a decent life, should live.
Same.
And as a leaders, I think we need to rise to this moment. We need to rise to this moment. We need to be true leaders that can lead this,
Yeah. Yeah.
movement. Um,
Absolutely.
and and and
Absolutely.
and now I came across Bob Proctor.
Yes.
This chapter. I'm gonna connect this again last. So I come across, and this is like my alignment. I think whole my journey from back home, from Sudan until now. I think this is the connection here, was the teaching of Bob Proctor, and he is one of the best people I ever come across, working in the mind and the transformational and the mindset and the potential in people. So he was saying like our DNA, spiritual DNA is perfect. We are perfect human beings,
Yeah.
but for for many reasons, we reprogrammed, we shaped differently, but we are good people. God put good seed on us, and this is if we go back true to ourselves or the root, we are good people.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Well, think of a baby.
and
A baby is pure and innocent.
100%.
A baby doesn't see colors or male, female, or anything. A baby just sees the world pure.
100%, 100%. Even the boy, all like boys and girls, like up to certain age, they
Yeah.
don't know anything. They just play. They just work together. And for some
Yeah.
reason, we are now are different. So this is puzzling me. This is kind of puzzling me a lot. Recent years, and say why some leaders. I know there's many leaders. They are very compassionate. They lead with authenticity. They raise to the moment. They raise communities. They raise countries. I admire them, and I thank them all for what they do. But now I think the moment we need all leaders. We don't want any leaders
Yes.
this, at least me, to be left behind. All leaders to come back to their authenticity, come back to their true self.
Yeah.
So we can change. We can make some changes. And then I was bothering why some leaders they do that. I come across some leaders. I know them personally. They're good. They're good people. In a personal level. But when I see their action in a leadership, totally different. They don't treat their people right. They don't, do that. And I was puzzling about that. Why this is happening?
Yes.
Why this happening? This something is deep. Something is deep. It's not in the surface. That's why I went to study leadership psychology. So this is my next chapter now in the psychology of leadership. And that's the only reason I shifted from my background in science, chemistry. I shifted to psychology, in leadership psychology, and love it. And now I came across Bob Proctor, and he is the master of the mind shift. And then there's one lesson I just want to share it quickly here, and that's, I think I found the puzzle of this, and this lesson is called the knowledge gap doing.
The what, sorry?
The knowledge doing gap. The knowledge doing gap. The gap between knowledge and doing.
Yes.
So this thing, we have like our back to the paradigm. We have our subconscious mind, and then we have our conscious mind, and then we have subconscious mind. Right? This is how the brain, the mind looks like. So all the knowledge we get from school, we get from books, we get from information, is landed in the conscious mind.
Yes.
And those are two separated. He performed this is called a stick person, and this, if you see it, you know what I'm talking about. But this is maybe it takes more time to explain, but there is a conscious mind and there is subconscious mind. Many people understand this. So all the knowledge all the information we get from school. We get, study. We study. We study. We remember things. We get exams. We pass the exams. We get the degree. We're out, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
Results stayed the same. Action stayed the same. Not for everybody, but I'm just saying most
Yes,
likely
yeah,
this is
yeah,
what's
yeah.
happening. And the issue is this conscious mind is not controlling our action or behavior. It's a subconscious mind. The subconscious mind control all our behaviors,
Yeah.
and the paradigm we mentioned at the beginning is the magnitude of habit, habitual habit we do like unconsciously. This small section inside the subconscious mind.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
so what we learn, Shel Marie, like I read like 60 billions spent in just North America for training and for information. Only
Wow.
they like people take training $60 billion per year, but if you see the outcome of that, it's not the same, and that's the difference between knowledge and
Yes.
doing.
Yes. Yes. You can read a book. I talk about this all the time. You can listen to someone, you can do a course, but you have to take aligned action. And even when you sorry, just to touch on what, even when you said about the leader and saying, but I don't understand because they're an amazing leader, but they're just not showing it. That's courage. That's the courage to go against the norm.
Yes.
And that's what I felt your story represented, by the way. I want you to continue because I know you're talking about something really powerful here. But with the external noises, which is essentially a part of the conscious, I feel, or the subconscious, sorry, I hope I'm saying it right. You have to go against the paradigm. You have to go against, and that takes courage. Courage.
It is.
Even
It is.
speaking, like now, even you speaking your vision now is courage.
It is.
Because you have to fully, before even the results come, you have to unwaveringly believe in it. Sorry, please continue.
100%.
Thank you.
Yes, 100%. Thank you. No, thank you very much. I love your, what you just come and add values to what I said here.
I just
Thank
every
you
now and
very
then
much.
that's the zest. There's the zen and I listen, and then every now and then the zest comes and I'm wow, wow.
I love it. I love it. Thank you very much. So, so this is what it is. We and then this paradigm um, form in the early age. That's the thing is
Mm,
scary. Early age, this paradigm is formed and it's locked and it's deep inside the subconscious mind.
yeah.
And what we do based on that. So whatever we learn, whatever we go to university, get more knowledge, go to more training, nothing will happen. Everything is just going by controlling by the subconscious mind
Yeah.
down in the seated inside. If we are not tapped to that, nothing will change. Even though if we change, I think you mentioned it earlier. This is kind of like we changing the symptoms or we treating symptoms, but the root is a paradigm inside.
Yes.
Say for example, somebody wants to want to be on a diet, for example. Well, he's in a diet and everything, but one day they see like a nice cake, they'll take the
Mm,
cake, and there's, it's a paradigm because they they don't follow through.
yes. This is
Somebody's
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of things, like if you mentioned the book, you read the book, you understand it, but maybe what you do from that, maybe 10%. You're not
Yeah.
good to
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
We sit in the meetings, we come up with many strategies, uh,
Yes.
this and this, and then when you look back, maybe one, two things are, happening, the rest is
Mm,
gone
mm.
because everything is controlled by paradigm. We come
Yeah.
back. If we don't change the paradigm, nothing change. That's
Yes.
the puzzle I found in leadership,
Yeah.
because I was bothered why leaders do that. Why leaders they don't treat their people right. Why leaders in large scale start wars. Why leaders destroy their people. their own
Yeah.
people. Why they do that? It's a paradigm because they know better, um,
Yeah.
but they don't live to that. They just go by fear, doubt, and that's the
Yeah.
paradigm
Yeah.
in there, and is rooted inside. Uh, Bob Proctor said this beautifully. I just want to say his story. He said when he was young, his mother told him, "Bob, why you do that?" He did something wrong. She told him, "Why you did that?" He said, "I don't know." So you know better. She told me, "You know better." He said, "I know." So why you did that? I don't know. Then he went to he went to school. They told him, "Bob, why you do that?" He said, "I don't know." You know better. He said, "I know. Why you doing it? I don't know." Then he went to a Canadian Navy and they told him, "Mr. Bob, why, Mr. Proctor, why you do that?" He said, "Yes, sir, I don't know." You know better.
There's a pattern going on here.
So, but the thing is, we do something we don't know why we're doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No,
That's the
I hear
thing,
the deeper meaning of what you're saying, yeah.
and the reason is the paradigms controlling us.
Yes. And I always feel that that's the typical thing of going to these motivational events and these long weekends, and we are fueled. We're like, let's go, let's do this. Uh, and then you get home.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
And so they
Motivation.
say, don't they? They say in those 24 hours or whatever it is, take action now while you have
Yes.
that like adrenaline because it will come back in. Oh, well, actually, should I put that online? Or do you think people will like me to do that? So
Yeah.
I know you're talking about something much grander than this, that like this is like on a very basic level. I'm explaining.
Yeah, it's deeper than that. But this is if they discover leader, they discover this, and it's not a strategy. It's nothing. Everybody has what they want, what they need inside. God put the good in
Yes,
them,
yes,
but they need to unleash it. And people see that. I hear
yes,
people like, "Oh, this leader is not doing well or not doing that," but it no, they are good people. Everybody is good, but they need
yeah,
to look return back home. I say, everybody need to return back home. All leaders,
yeah,
please return back home. Return to yourself. Return to your true self,
yeah.
uh, and lead from there. Lead from there. This is where transformation will begin, and this where you lead, beautifully, then everybody will follow you
Yeah.
without any questions.
But that's the beautiful thing about the role of a leader is you are in that position to lead,
Right.
not to step into it and continue what something else was already there. You're in that position, which is the boldness to take the courage to tap into your heart, regardless of okay, oh, this could be a really bad decision. Lead, lead.
Lead.
What is the
Lead.
worst that could happen? What is the worst that could
Yeah.
happen when you are connected to your heart? I mean, to your heart. You genuinely
Exactly.
believe that this is something that's placed on your heart. How could that be, regardless of the outcome? How could that go wrong? So I really, really
Nothing will go
appreciate
wrong.
and love that.
Yeah. I want to, if you allow me, I want to just, we're getting close, right, to the
Sorry?
end, or how much time we have,
No,
or we're getting
please.
close.
If you have more to say, please. This is right. This is just to quickly just give background. This is another reason how this happened because I was hosting these incredible events with these beautiful ladies and they were speaking and we were just getting to the nuggets to the gem and I had to be like, I go the like, Shelly, you need to tell them they have 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry. And I'm like, no, these women need to speak. So please speak. You're here for a reason. You're here to say what you need to say. If
Thank
this
you.
is too long for people, they can pause it and come back at another time.
Thank you very much. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But this is something it's deep in my heart. I want to mention it here, in the leadership context. Uh, that's another reason I'm passionate about this mission here. I look back to my country. I look
Mm.
back to where I came from, because I rooted connected there.
Yeah.
Even I don't live there for a long time, but deeply rooted there. And I see now my country, Sudan, is there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of suffer there.
Yeah.
Even though I know for sure this is one of the richest country in the resource in the world, resource
Yeah.
wise. I know also like in the human potential. There's many people I know in several countries. They are leading. They are very genius leading organizations. But when you look back to the country, it's still the same. Still people
Mm.
suffer. And nowadays there is a war going on there. And I reflect back, and again I ask myself why is this happening. And then I come to the conclusion this is it's a lack of leadership to control the country, to control the resources. And in this leadership issue costing people lives.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
lost, people lost friends, families, sons, daughters.
Yeah.
People now move away to different countries to stay away from the war. And to me, it's a leadership. This is how I see it from my experience, how I see it from the teaching I got from Bob Proctor is a true leadership issue. And if this leadership issues is control,
Mm.
and this is just an example of my country, but I know many, they
Yeah.
have this,
Yeah.
similar thing. If this control, people will come back to where they are. They will come back. They live the life they deserve to live. They will come back to
Yeah.
live their birthright. Birthright. This is their birthright to have the basic of life.
Yep.
People that don't have that, and I think it's leadership. If the leader raised to this moment, they are, and I know for sure they are good leaders.
Yeah.
In a way, I said that, and just to explain, it's not about the person. It's not about who they are. This is a paradigm. It's a paradigm. Control them because of fear, of doubt, of
Mm. Yep.
scarcity
Yep.
that they live when they're a certain age. This control them. So they lead from fear. They don't lead from
Yeah.
compassion. They lead from themselves. If they return back to themselves, I know for sure 100% everything will change.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody has to reach them and just tap into that and then let them know, return back home to yourself.
Yeah.
And if you return back to yourself, that everything will change, everything will transform, your country will transform, your people will be living in a happy life.
Yeah.
This is just my personal intake in this, my personal opinion, and this is a passion I have. Again, like disconnected to this passion. It's kind of like personal thing. Back
Yes.
to connected back to my own country, and I want to lead this mission here, and hopefully it can reach leaders back home just to listen to this. Come back home, come back to where you are.
Yeah.
I want to challenge you. This is for leaders. I want to challenge any leaders. If they do something like people don't like or something not good to do, think about we talk about think when you're like young, 4 years old. You know,
Yeah.
they have no issue. They play, right? I see kids they play and they don't have
Yep.
anything against anybody, right? They just play, they just connect. From there is no division between like, okay, this tribes or this
Yes.
country or
Yeah.
from this color or from this background. They all live and they share the toys, right?
Mm.
And this is true self. If we look into that
I
model,
agree. I agree.
this is true self, because this is what God put on us,
Yeah.
to be connected, to be together. But for some reason, life changed all thing for this
Yeah.
paradigm. we change, and when we reach 40, whatever year, then everything will change, and then we become like a different person.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but if we go back to that memory, I think everything will change. Everything will
Yes.
come back.
And I love that you said that because it's not, there's this thing that I really am passionate about, which is that childlike wonder, that joy, that essence. And it's not being immature, it's not being childish, it's going back to that innocence, that love, that unconditional love, that exploration, that curiosity.
Mhm.
And it's just
Interesting.
like, if you can take that and you can apply that into making the world better.
Everything will transform.
Exactly. And I just wanted to also say thank you so much for your being so raw, so real,
Thank you.
and I feel a bit emotional. So basically, I can see from a much bigger perspective of every single thing up into this point for all of us, but we're not talking, I'm talking about you right now because this is dedicated to you right now, is the reason why you're at the point you're at. And I see much, 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 much bigger, greater than actually what you first said your mission is. And I know you do as well. And there's a reason, because you have that love in your heart for your country. You have been placed in these situations. You have uncovered these beautiful gems for a much greater reason. And I feel so privileged to have had the opportunity to provide you with this opportunity to speak your truth. Um, and so rawly and so beautifully, and from a place of love and intention and non-judgment. And I'm really excited for you. Really excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you very
You
much.
are so
If I
welcome.
say I'm honored, this understandment, I'm very honored to be here with you. I was talking from my heart,
I
and
know.
I know you too. This is real talk,
Yes.
and from heart, and I hope people receive it that way. And maybe we can just do little
Yeah.
things that can change people's lives. Thank you very much. I cannot express any more gratitude being with you with such, person, incredible person like you, with all this compassion and with all this
Thank you.
love to your mission. And I think the journey is in front of us. And again,
Yes.
if we hold it in our head, we
Yeah.
can hold it in our hand, and one will come true.
Yeah.
I'm
And
very
it,
sure.
and just in this connection right now, it is so much bigger than that we can even comprehend right now. So watch this space.
Thank you. Thank you very
So much
much.
love
And
and
thank you,
gratitude
everybody.
to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody, for watching, for listening. I appreciate that. And I'm honored to be, in this podcast. You listen to that and really appreciate it.
God bless you. Thank you so much.